What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and today we're going to be talking about the Ice Sage in Trove. So I hope that this video is going to end up instructing you as to what stats you want to actually go for. I don't actually main this character, but I do know a lot just from hearing from other people. But how y'all doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope this video makes your day better. And do not forget to hit that like button. Without further ado, let's just get to it. So, of course, this character is going to be a little bit different than most of the characters that you would build. Of course, it's going to be DPS, damage per second. You're going to focus on nothing but damage, which means that as a ranged character, you're going to focus on magic damage, critical hit, and critical damage. And that's pretty much going to be the perfect gem that you can get for the character, is just going to be all crit and all damage, right? And then as far as the gems themselves, you can focus on just kind of the ones that give you damage rather than defense. Explosive Epilogue is one of the best ones. I think that's what it's called. I kind of keep forgetting. But needless to say, you can get whatever you want. For the class gem ability, that is entirely up to you. Personally, I prefer just the normal right click because it actually has a little bit more crowd control, but the damage numbers of the class gem ability, I'll insert some footage right now, is going to end up being a lot better for the character because essentially, each of these shots that come out of your class gem ability, because you're going to do a try shot right in front of your character, right? Each of those is going to cause enough damage to equal one of these, pretty much. This is going to cause a little bit more damage than just one of them on their own. So that's where the class gem ability is going to be better if you shotgun an enemy in the face, but you're not really going to be focusing on the fact that it can kind of trigger a Frost Nova effect, where any enemy that you tag with the Ice Sage's class gem ability and then hit again with the class gem ability is going to then spread shots out of that character. But honestly speaking, that's not really where you're going to be getting most of your damage from that proc. You're just going to get it from just the main ability itself. Now, as far as gems, or not gems, just stats are concerned, same old on the character, but you're not going to be using, like, your abilities are not actually based on attack speed. So you can easily swap that out for movement speed. And the Ice Sage ends up being one of the characters that ends up being very, very fast, because when you got your number 1 on, you actually gain a little bit of a movement speed buff. And I mean, generally speaking, this character can keep up with a lot of the faster characters, and because of it, you're going to be grinding at a very fast speed. Not as fast as the Neon Ninja or the Lunar Lancer, mind you, but still fast enough. For the ally, of course, it's just going to be either the Prefect Penguin, the Chronomancer Cubes, just kind of the standard stuff, and then just the stats themselves. You know, I usually like to put energy regen on the weapon while having attack speed or movement speed on the other pieces of gear, just because, well, there you go. But the other thing too is for the ring, it's just going to be magic damage, you know, and either crit hit or magical find, whatever. The emblems themselves are just going to be arcane and sure strike until you can end up swapping sure strike out. Death defying is just kind of my go-to, because if you're building your character correctly and have all damage and no health, you're going to get one shot in U9. Of course, I leave it entirely up to the player's decision whether or not you want to swap out death defying for another flash that you find a little bit more helpful. That's entirely up to you, because then you're going to be jumping around like a freak and trying to dodge a little bit more. However, this shield around your character is going to actually negate a lot of the damage that you'll take from an enemy. Of course, you'll have to recast it a lot, but you can kind of use that to an advantage if you don't want to use Death Defying, right? But that's entirely up to you. And then as far as your ultimate ability is concerned, I just want to mention this in passing. While an enemy is under the influence of your ultimate ability, where they're frozen, they're actually taking more damage from you and party members. But honestly speaking, once you get to the late game, the ultimate ability of the Ice Sage ends up becoming absolutely useless, because you're going to clear the dungeon faster than the ultimate ability is going to wear off on an enemy, right? So that's kind of, just keep that in mind, because one of the things that you can actually do to annoy players, I don't recommend it, of course, is you freeze a boss when it's at one hit, and then, you know, everyone's gonna have to wait for the frozen effect to wear off before the enemy dies, because unfortunately the devs never decided to code it where if an enemy dies while frozen, it should just get out of the frozen effect and just die, right? But either way, thanks for watching. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Somebody will answer. Sayonara, and stay epic, everybody.